Here are the key elements of risk auditing in the context of our risk framework. Risk assessment. Our auditors must be well versed in the organization's risk management framework and practices. They detect and assess risks by considering the underlying risk profile, the control environment, and the impact on financial statements and operations. Gathering relevant information, interpreting data, and using risk assessment procedures are all part of risk assessment. Internal controls evaluation. Our auditors evaluate an organization's internal controls for their efficacy in minimizing recognized risks. They assess control design and execution, test their operational efficacy, and detect control flaws or defects. Internal controls are critical in risk management, assuring the correctness and dependability of financial data and preventing fraud and errors. Compliance with laws and regulations. A risk auditing entails evaluating the organization's adherence to applicable laws, regulations, and industry standards. Her auditors examine policies, processes, and internal controls to ensure that legal and regulatory requirements are met. But they also evaluate the organization's ability to identify and respond to emerging regulatory risks and business environment changes. Audit planning and execution. The audit strategy is created based on the risks that have been identified and their significance. Our auditors choose the right audit procedures, such as sample selection, interviews, observations, and data analysis methodologies. They collect evidence and conduct testing procedures to evaluate the effectiveness of controls and discover any control flaws or gaps. Reporting and communication. Our auditor findings and suggestions are communicated to management, the board of directors, and other stakeholders. Audit reports provide an objective assessment of risks, control inadequacies, and improvement possibilities. Clear and succinct communication assists management in effectively understanding and addressing risks, supporting informed decision-making. Continuous monitoring and follow-up. Risk auditing is a continual activity, and auditors may be involved in continuous monitoring operations. Auditors may support management in establishing and implementing risk mitigation plans, as well as monitoring their progress. Follow-up audits may be performed to evaluate the efficacy of corrective activities implemented in response to recognized risks and control inadequacies. Risk auditing necessitates auditors having a thorough awareness of the organization's industry, operations, and risk landscape. It is also necessary to have a solid understanding of auditing standards, risk management frameworks, and relevant legal requirements. Auditors use their skills to assist firms to improve their risk management capabilities, establishing internal controls, and protecting their reputation and financial stability. Finally, risk auditing is an important part of risk management because it ensures that firms have effective procedures in place to identify, analyze, and reduce risks. Auditors assist firms preserve trust, improve decision-making, and manage the intricacies of an ever-changing risk environment by offering objective and impartial assessments.